Let's start by opening LabVIEW and creating a blank VI. From the block diagram of our blank VI, let's create the basic structure for a state machine. Start by placing a while loop. Inside the while loop, place a case structure. To the left of the while loop, create an enum found under the numeric palette. Right-click on the enum and select Edit Items. This is where we'll create a list for the states for our state machine. Click Insert and type the first state, Start. Hit Enter and type the second state, 5 cents. Hit Enter and type the third state, 10 cents. Hit Enter and type the final state, Dispense. When all your states have been entered, select OK. Now wire the enum to a tunnel in the while loop. Once you've created the tunnel, right-click on it and select Replace with Shift Register. Now wire the shift register to the conditional terminal of the case structure. Once you wire that, you'll notice that the selector for the case structure changes to represent the states that are listed in our enum. If all the states are not listed, you can right-click on the selector and select Add Case for every value. Now that the basic structure for our state machine is created, let's go to the front panel and create the user inputs and indicators. Create a button for the user to insert nickels. Rename the button Insert Nickel. Create an LED. Rename the LED Dispense. The LED will represent when the vending machine is dispensing product, and the button will be the user control for inserting nickels. Now let's go back to the block diagram. Move the dispense LED to the right side of the case structure, but keep it inside the while loop. Move the Insert Nickel button inside the while loop to the left of the case structure. Wire the Insert Nickel button to a tunnel on the left side of the case structure. Now let's select the start state and code the transitions between our states. Place the select function under the comparison palette. Wire the nickel inserted tunnel to the select terminal of the select function. If a nickel is inserted, we want the state to move from start to 5 cents. If a nickel is not inserted, we want the state to stay the same. Wire the conditional terminal for the case structure to the false terminal of the select function. On the true terminal of the select function, right-click and select Create Constant. From the constant, select 5-cent state. Wire the output of the select function to the right side of the shift register. Let's create similar transitions in all of the states. From the case selector, select the 5-cent state. Place the select function. Wire the nickel inserted button to the selector terminal of the select function. Wire the conditional terminal for the case structure to the false terminal of the select function. On the true terminal of the select function, right-click and select Create Constant. From the constant, select 10 cents. Wire the output from the select function to the tunnel to the right side of the shift register. From the case selector, select the 10-cent state. Place a select function. Wire the Insert Nickel button to the selector terminal of the select function. Wire the conditional terminal for the case structure to the false terminal of the select function. And on the true terminal of the select function, right-click and select Create Constant. From the constant, select Dispense. Wire the output from the select function to the tunnel leading to the right side of the shift register. Now let's set up the final state, the dispense state. Select Dispense from the case selector. Place a select function and wire the Insert Nickel button to the selector terminal of the select function. Wire the conditional terminal for the case structure to the false terminal of the selector function. Right-click the true terminal of the select function and select Create Constant. From the constant, select Dispense. Wire the output of the select function to the tunnel leading to the right side of the shift register. In the dispense case, we also want to stop the while loop and light the dispense LED. Create a Boolean constant. Wire the Boolean constant to the dispense LED. Also wire to the stop condition of the while loop. Right-click on the tunnel leading to the dispense LED and select Use Default if unwired. Your state machine is now complete. If we go to the front panel, we can run the VI. You'll notice that if you click the Insert Nickel button 3 times, the dispense LED comes on, and the VI stops.